Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready, 60, orange. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 3, check general, flash. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Kill. Wild, 64, weak.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Let's go, Give me some. Here we go. Race don't travel. Jumping. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Ready, go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8.
It's now 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
61. Matchbox, right.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Broncos nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Ready? Oh, you got deep? He look. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They've got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Kendall Beckwith. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Four down.
Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's second and 8. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. But now it'll be third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The point after through the raindrop. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check 99, check 66, fully ride.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Shoot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Broken tackle. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read. Check 24. Check 24. Check 9. He's coming.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish. and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's third down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Harris speeds in for the sack on the corner blitz. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. An explosive 38-yard pickup. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Here's Wilson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Kill.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now completes it to Hardman. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
14, 14, run it. Hey, alert 3, alert.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now Lewis here on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You can't block me.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson going to take a shot. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
It'll be a gain of 6. And that'll make this a second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Me and you all day. Black. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike. Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's see what you got.
Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. The point after is good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. It's caught inside the 25. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. That's going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Cousins again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marquise Lee. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
They'll throw again, Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Danico Autry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense up the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Cousins now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A gain of 39 that time. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He'll buy some time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long.
Let's get off the field, D.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Cousins. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up third and 7.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 7. Now Wilson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Akers. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd down, Akers. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw, Cousins. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Cousins the thrower. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Cousins on 4th down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the calendar changed. October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.